Everyone on YouTube, as I suspect there hasn't been enough time for anyone to get into the into the stream yet. So if you're watching this on the VOD, greetings, welcome. Know that you're appreciated. Thank you for being here. And let me get the chat going on my phone so I can actually see when people are coming in and see what they're saying. And all right, I see someone's already in the chat, so that's nice. Thank you for being here. Let's get pumped. Hello, Jessica Cole. Parker Klein, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. I just got an alert on my phone letting me know that some guy named Gauss has just gone live on YouTube. I don't know why YouTube sends me those notifications on my account, this account. It's like, hey, we thought you should know this guy you like went live. Yeah, of course I did. It's me, you idiots. Anyway. Okay, so I have hit level 65 already, and basically we're at the part of the game now where I just need to get my reputations going. I have more marks for some of these than others. I need some more marks for Gamma. It's ready to go to tier 1, but I need to get the 5 marks for that, and then I need to get enough to come back here and get them all slotted for the day. And then also for Omega, I want to get the assimilated module, so I'm going to need to get some more marks for that. So that's the goal tonight, is get some marks, and then also maybe set up a Jim Hadar recruit, or at least get them through the tutorial anyway. So let's, I already done a couple of patrols. Let's go ahead and do a normal random TFO, and so we can get some marks, and yeah, should be pretty good. Just check the chat. All right. I got some claps going. Thank you for the claps. Very, very nice. I wish there was some way I could tell YouTube to just only show me the chat. There we go. I only want to view. I don't need to see myself. I just want to view the chat. Oh my God, we're loading into Hive Onslaught. Okay. But it's normal, so not too bad. Shouldn't be too bad anyway. Evening, Wake Roberts. Evening, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. See, we're up to 8 people here. Hello, Waldo. Thanks for joining me. How you doing tonight? Hope everyone's having a cool, chill night tonight. Looks like we're going to have an open house tomorrow, the first one, so that's good news. Any of you have ever had to sell your house or your apartment and move? It's always stressful. Really starting to feel like spring where we're at now. Some of the cherry blossom trees in the park are blooming, and it's just nice time of the year. It's getting warmer outside. All right. This is a random TFO on normal, so hopefully it won't be too bad, but hoping we weren't not going to get our butt kicked here. Just for those of you who weren't here right at the beginning, I've already hit level 65 a few days ago, and I'm just doing some mark farming, especially since it's a marks weekend right now, and also maybe set up a Jim Hadar recruit. Tomorrow you're celebrating your religion. Oh yeah, sure. I won't ask what your religion is, but the way you phrased it makes me think maybe your religion is football. I don't know. You don't have to answer that. A friend of mine once said the 2 worst things in life are job hunting and moving. Yeah. Were they looking for a job as a mover? I don't. I mean, oh, hello, Starlay. Welcome, welcome. I mean, when you're talking about moving, like, that's the place you're going to live. So, you know, no pressure or anything to make the right decision. You screw up what you're going to get for lunch, no big deal. You screw up the place where you're going to live, well, I mean, for lack of a better term, you have to live with that decision. Quite literally. And then depending on, and then there's the whole juggling of when you're moving, you know. We can skip this. You might find a place, but then someone else snags it before you're able to make an offer. So you can kind of only get the places that are available when you have the opportunity to buy. When you sell your own place, you don't know how long it's going to take to sell. Which side am I on? Okay, there's the other pickle. Hello, Shadow Poet. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. How's everyone doing tonight? Anyone who hasn't chimed in yet? I love the house hate look. Where do you live? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to give me a street address or anything, but you know. Is it the city or state or your neighborhood? Boy. What happened there? Vessel 2-2. Okay. You watch Sacred Cow Shipyards at all? No, I don't think I have watched Sacred Cow Shipyards. I might have to Google that later and check it out, though. Alright, we're letting everyone else have the fun up here. This is actually a good cue for me because I need to get some extra Omega marks, so on top of the bonus marks, we're going to get some Omegas. Palmetto Bay, Florida. Okay. Never heard of it. Oh, I think it is the end, Borg Queen. I think it is. I searched for escape pods. There we go. Get those juicy Omega marks there. And I guess that was that the Universal Endeavor? I didn't even check. I must have qualified for the Universal Endeavor. I did the opposite, bought a fixer-upper in an amazing location, so now it's lots of work. You still in the middle of fixing it up, I guess? I love prepping and unpacking way more than stressing about most everything else. Yeah, I think most people probably don't agree with that. Most people probably don't like packing and unpacking. Ooh, 50 marks. Not amazing. Let's see what we get out of the... No marks out of there. Alright, let's take, I think I need... What do I need? Competitive? No, I need gamma. Alright, let's get this done here. Now we'll see what I need to get the dailies done. Oh, high vis the universal, okay. Well, that's probably why it got picked. That's probably why I got it in the random, because everyone's doing the universal one. It's a terrific channel. He's gonna break the last couple weeks since he's moving too, apparently. Oh, the Sacred Cow Shipyards, yeah. I think a lot. I made just coincidence. I think a couple other people I watch on YouTube, completely unrelated to Star Trek, are also moving. Seems like everyone's moving. All right, we need to get this daily going. Get this daily going. Going to queue up the assimilated module because we need to get the marks for it. We have it for this one. We have it for this one, which is good. We have it for this one. We have it for this one. We do not have enough for this one. We need Delta, we need Iconian, we need Terran, we need Temporal, we have Lucari. Do Lucari. We need we have gamma, and we need competitive. All right, so we do need quite a few of these here. Okay. Yeah, that's not great. All right, this did fill in. It's just taking time to show up. Mighty Jingles moved recently. I don't know who that is either. I used to live down south on Key Biscayne. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Biscayne. It's a gift, really, to not be able to pronounce anything. Oh, you grew up in Miami, huh? Some Miami Vice action going on down there. Let's see what's in these boxes. Got some ground weapons, torpedo, plasma. We got a Bellum EPS flow regulator with crit chance on it. I like that. Let's put that on the ship. Yeah, we'll just slot that in where this Mark 7 one was, so that's pretty good. Upgrade there. We got here energy signature dampener, EPS, power transfer, proton. This is, oh, it's engineering. I don't know why I thought this was a science one. Never mind. All right. It's Biscayne. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I knew I pronounced it wrong. Mucho wrong. Yeah. Yeah. That's a game, you know? Type in a name of something and we'll see if I can pronounce it. That ought to be amusing. All right, we need more marks. Marks. More random TFOs. Go. I'm not doing the first contact day event. I haven't even bothered doing it at all. Because it's not part of the event campaign. And I don't really care about the Android combat pets, so. Best investment we ever did was buying and selling on that island. Did it go up a lot in value, or? By the way, just going to say I love your videos. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Kittimer Vortex. Pretty fun one. If rep marks could be sold on the exchange, how much do you think they would be worth? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, there's a few ways to think about it, I suppose. I guess it would really depend on how you were able to acquire them. Like if you got the rep marks from playing the game, like let's say I could just go in here and find well, not there, but if I went into my assets tab, right, and I could just convert these into like a box or something and then sell it, I think there's probably a lot of people out there who have a bunch stocked up who would flood the market. So I think initially it would be probably not worth very much. But I do think that it would probably be relevant to people's time investment. And we already know that the people spend a lot of time grinding dilithium, which ends up being worth just a few pennies. And $1 will get you about 10 million EC. So I have to imagine that marks would be worth very little, actually. They'd probably be pretty cheap. I can't believe I'm doing this by myself. Is there someone else helping me? I'm probably going to die. This is dumb. I do not have the gear to come solo this, but I'm doing it anyway. Hit all of the defensive buttons. Come on. Give me turn the tide. Well, I gotta be close to being able to get it. There we go. There we go. Come on. Oh, that's a good question. Would making rep marks purchasable with dill fix the Dillex? No, I don't think so. I think it would probably drain some out, especially from new characters and new players, but here's the issue. When you've bought all the rep gear, well, first of all, they've already changed it so that you're getting extra rep vouchers instead of dilithium anyway. But once you've bought everything you want from reputations, the thing that most people do with their marks is convert them to dilithium. So I think that people are already trying to do it the other way around. They're already trying to trade rep marks for dilithium. I don't think there'd be much of an appetite for people going the other way around. If that's the case, I'm a very gifted person. I mean, my damage isn't as bad as you might imagine when you consider how junky my build is. It's not good, but... Let's grab all these probes here. Don't really have... I'm doing beam overload, so I don't really have any good AoE abilities. The willingness of a subset of the player base to grind unreasonable amounts of dilithium and post it for $1 an hour or whatever it comes out to. I don't think you can. I don't think dill sinks are really going to fix the dilithium exchange. If they did, then those people would just grind more dilithium until we ended up back where we are. I think you either have to cut off the supply and not let people farm it anymore, remove it from Admiralty, and significantly and basically cut the legs out from contraband farming and all that, which I don't think anybody wants. And there is a legitimate use for millions of dilithium to get gear and upgrades and stuff. So I think the solution is always the same one that I've always said, which is that you have to put an account-wide limit on how much you can post on the exchange. So you can still farm and refine as much as you want and spend it on things that cost dilithium, but there's just a limit to how much you can actually post on the exchange. Do I foresee any changes coming in the next year with the new ownership of Cryptic? I don't know. I hope so. I don't know that there's any way to know. I kind of feel like the answer is no, though, because it's a big company that owns a lot of smaller companies, and I think the reason they bought the game is because it's a cash cow, right? They're not. There's no real money is going into developing the game, very little, and they make a lot of money for very little investment. Why start a new game studio and have all the costs associated with that? Why pay for an IP license? Why do all that stuff when you could just buy a company that already has all that done, that's in a stable place, that's already making a profit every year? And I think that's just the way they view the game. They're probably going to take a hands-off approach. They don't want to do anything that would risk the game becoming unprofitable. They probably just, want it to keep bringing in the money. Let's get... Well, I guess we should get this stuff out of the way first. Let's start with Delta. Slowly building up those Omega marks just because we keep getting bored TFOs. There's already a limit to how much you can put on the Dillex. It's where the too many outstanding offers error comes from. I don't think that's true. There's a limit to how many offers you can put up, but you can just take them all down and put up another. You just put up one offer with more dilithium. I don't think there's a limit to how much dilithium you can put up in a single offer. Admittedly, I haven't ever tried to put up huge amounts, but I think you can put millions up in one offer. I can't remember how many I think 8. You can only put up 8 offers at a time, but yeah, you could just condense them into fewer offers and put up more offers, I think. Whatever the sync is has to compete with Zen. Yeah, exactly. If they put in a dill sync that would actually work, then it would have to compete with Zen for value. And if they do that, they've already said that there are like billions of dilithium sitting out there on people's accounts. And there's a millions of dilithium, maybe not billions, maybe it was only millions, but there's also millions on the exchange. People are just going to use that to buy what they want, and there would basically be making something and then getting very little return on it, which frankly, they always say that like, oh, we couldn't do that, and it's like, you couldn't afford it. Like, I just don't believe that they're running on some razor thin margin. The whole thing is that they put the bare minimum amount of effort into the game, and then they make a bunch of profit off of it. And I'm not saying that to be disparaging or anything. It's just, that's just the way it is, right? You can't really honestly look at the development of the game and say that they're not putting in anything more than the bare minimum. The only change I would really like to see is making lockbox shifts be at least account wide, but as long as people buy multiples, you're not holding your breath. I can't even imagine that. I can't comprehend people who buy multiple of the same ship for different characters. That's buying it once is just oof. Buying it multiple times, my god. Lobby for dill would probably drain the dill from everyone very fast. It would, but that would probably be very effective, at least initially. I think if you could just buy Lobby with dill, that would be very effective initially. But the issue with that is that they don't really update the Lobby store very much anymore. Like, what was the big stuff they added last year? The traits, Boimler effect is like probably the big thing that got added. They haven't added a ship in like 2 years or something. I don't know exactly the period, but like, it's been a long time. They don't add good stuff to the Lobby store. So what am I drinking? I'm drinking the tears of Star Wars fans. No, okay. This is a martini, gin, vermouth, and some lemon peel. Switch it to Zen, available for GPL. Yeah, you'd never have to buy Zen again. Let me move my phone up here so I'm not looking down so much when I'm reading the chat. Okay, I should probably pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing here. Yeah, they need to add more stuff for GPL, I think. It's kind of very, very useless. All right, got a little briefing period here. I did this one a lot when it first came out. I do like this TFO. I don't do it too much anymore because I don't really need any more gamma marks, but I always think, what do the actors think, right? They're actors, they're professionals, they don't care, but like, Renee was not too far off from dying when he did this. And to have him come back in and reprise Odo and have some dialogue and to be playing off of, Nana Visitor, who was playing Kira and all that, and reuniting with the cast, at least in some ways. Whether they were actually in person together, I don't know. But, then it's sort of like, okay, you're playing the character and it's part of a story and all that. But then at some point they had to be like, yeah, can you also read this stuff as well for a different part in the game? And it's like, yeah, they're really attacking a lot. See if you can do something about it. Like I don't blame the guy who plays Stamets for phoning it in on some of those TFOs. I mean, this is not what he became an actor to do. I was playing Star Wars The Old Republic earlier. I find that game is such a slog. I tried it once for like a week, like 10 years ago or whatever, like a long time ago. And it's kind of neat, right? Assuming I'm thinking of the right game. There's like the different classes. You could be like a smuggler or whatever and get your own ship that's sort of like the Millennium Falcon, or you could be a Jedi and all that. And yeah, it was neat enough, but I didn't play it for too long. Cat's being really whiny because she thinks I'm not very good at the game. She's like, you idiot, the Herker over there. You gotta stay in the lane and protect these refugee ships. Yeah, she should have food, yeah. Alright, got some more Herc incoming. And we're getting over there as slowly as possible. I do like the visual effects on the Bozeman engine. Like, it's pretty cool looking. But, I would never use it if I had innervated engines, so I only tend to use it on characters I'm leveling up or in a situation like this where I haven't been able to get my competitive engines yet. Immersive cat noises, yeah, exactly. She's a Cation, really. Ahoy! Ahoy, Steven. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me. Some exciting Federation on Herc action here. Protecting the refugee ships. We're farming up some. She's a queen, yeah. Not white like Booker's cat, but. This is a little bit of a longer queue, but it's okay. Big deal. Reminds me of one of the Delta ones. I can't remember the name of it right now. But the one where you have the 3 lanes. What's that one called? Undine Marks. Is it Undine Assault? Yeah, I think it must be Undine Assault. I really love your videos and content. It has helped me and entertained me for the past year. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's nice to know that people are not just watching, but also enjoying it. Now I have this picture of someone grumpily watching it in my head. Like, alright, fine. Alright, I'll sit through the ads. Okay, even the ads that come on at the end of the video for no reason. Snowmen are coming down all 4 lanes. Oh, yeah, and Q's Winter Wonderland. Yeah, that's really fun. I didn't do that for several years. And then when I tried it for the first time, I was like, oh, this is actually really fun. Especially once you're able to get some weapons, because like, and if you go to Q's Winter Wonderland for the first time, you just have to get snowballs and stuff until you get some some widgets so you can actually buy a weapon from the vendors. Once you get a couple of weapons, permanent weapons, it's a lot more fun. I think my favorite is the assault rifle, or whatever they call it. It's like shoot snowballs or whatever. The swarmers never stood a chance. I don't ever really use the well, it says these are called battleships, but they're not battleships. This is the cruiser, but I never really play with the Dreadnought cruiser much. Of all the Jem'Hadar ships, I probably use that one. Well, that and the Raider I don't use very much either. Actually, I don't even have the Raider unlocked for all my characters on my main account, because you have to get it to tier 6, and I just never bothered. I have a family plan for YouTube. I just can't do ads for the amount I watch. Yeah, I totally get that. Ads are annoying. I didn't do ads initially. I was at like, I think I was close to 2,000 subscribers before I did ads. Even though I was eligible after 1,000, because I know they're annoying. I don't like ads either. You know, why would I make my videos more annoying by putting ads on them? But then someone was like, look, you know, ads are a part of YouTube. Everyone expects it, you know, and then it's also like, well, the money helps pay for stuff in the game, so I'm able to review things that I would ordinarily not buy if I didn't have the ad revenue. I'm really wanting to make a different build on this Gamma Recruit. I always do phaser builds. I want to do a cannon build this time. By cannon, do you mean cannons, or do you mean cannon like on screen? I'm getting ready to do the same thing, actually. With my Gamma Recruit. I have Gamma Recruits from the first time around, but I made a Gamma Recruit on my main account and used the level boost. Huge time saver, passing those 5 levels. But, you know, that character is the only one currently, and they should change it, but it's the only one currently who can have that Wayoon buff. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I'll actually make a go on that character and try and build him out. So maybe I'll just stick to Jem'Hadar ships and try to keep it thematic. Yeah, cannon's like the gun. I figured, but you know, we all it's a very easy typo to make because it's one N. So I was just double checking. If you have Withering Barrage already on your account, or if you don't, the next time there's a Klingon recruit, you can get it for free by getting a Klingon recruit, a KDF recruit. That's really good for cannons to do scatter volley. Or if you got the Gem legendary ship that has cannon rapid fire, go for the kill, which is the extender for cannon rapid fire, so you could do a cannon rapid fire build instead. 133 gamma marks, pretty good. I think gamma was one of the ones we needed anyway, wasn't it? No, I guess apparently it wasn't. Okay, let's check our box here. We got a uncommon box. Nice. Okay, so we need... Do we need Delta? No, we got Delta, right? I just didn't fill it in yet. Okay, so we need Iconian. Iconian marks. Let's go ahead and get those filled in here. And Iconian. Daily done on that. Now we need Terran marks. May as well get out of here. Oh, you did get it. You got the legendary Jem'Hadar pilot ship, yeah. Yeah, I'd recommend doing a rapid fire build. Those are pretty fun. All right, we got our equipment packs here. We got some anti-proton stun pistol. Actually, this exact pistol, the Radiant Anti-Proton one, was the first ground thing I ever took to Mark 15 Epic. Not for any good reason, but Wisconsin. Sorry, I think I misunderstand you there. I don't know. What's your favorite kind of YouTube content to watch? Let's see. Favorite. It's a good question. I think the content I watch the most is probably not my favorite content to watch, because the really good stuff takes a long time to make, so it doesn't come out very often. There's a channel called Townsend's that does a bunch of 18th century, 1700s stuff, including old cooking recipes and stuff. There's a channel called Ahoy, does these really great like game documentaries. Barely Sociable, you guys might have heard of him. He does a lot of good videos. Lemino, Lemmino. He puts out a lot of really great videos. But they're the kind of people who don't post very often. But whenever they put something out, I'm like, click. I gotta watch it right away. Summoning Salt, some of you guys have probably watched Summoning Salt because it's gaming related. He does a lot of really great speedrunning videos. Oh, did I not type my password in right? Let me go slower then. I haven't had that much to drink, Jesus. I mean, I bet you were expecting me to say Star Trek Online content, but... Oh, looks like we made it into our queue after all. Ooh, okay, Gateway to Grethor. That's unfortunate. It's not a bad queue, but my god. It does feel a bit long and grindy. Imp Lemon? Hadn't heard of that one. Do you do reenactments? Me, no, I don't do reenactments. I mean, other than that one YouTube channel, I can't say that I'm like really into it. But those videos are just so good and interesting. Like they did one on the history of money from that time period, or one all about like fishing in early America and how important that was, and how they used to, preserve it in barrels and do all the drying and all that, and it's just really interesting stuff. They have a lot of old food recipes and stuff. All right, hit them with the old call emergency artillery. Oh, am I using call emergency artillery 2? Was I too broke to get call emergency artillery 3? I don't have specialization points yet, so I couldn't, or not enough, so I couldn't make it myself, and I think I just didn't have enough credits to buy it off the exchange. You can only buy up to rank 2 at the vendor. You should go to Colonial Williamsburg. Probably wouldn't be too far of a drive from New York City, so it's a possibility. I'll tell you what I don't enjoy watching on YouTube, and that is anything popular. And by popular, I mean, you know, if you go to the Explore tab on YouTube, um, it, it all looks completely awful. Just teenagers being terrible, awful YouTubers like Logan Paul type stuff, just awful videos like 5-minute crafts, and it's just the worst. Some of the worst stuff on the internet is on YouTube, I think. I mean, you know, if you exclude some of the obvious stuff like, you know, illegal things. I could think of plenty of terrible things on the internet that are not on YouTube, but I don't know, what do you guys like to watch on YouTube that's not Star Trek or Star Trek Online related? Actually, speaking of Star Trek content, I'm not subscribed or anything, but there's a channel called Major Grin, and the avatar is like Phlox when he did that weird smile that one time, and he posts a bunch of funny Star Trek videos. My entire YouTube recommended section is small, obscure channels about strange and weird topics. I mean, you're here, so that makes sense. It checks out. I'm definitely a part of that. Ah, this ship is so slow turning. Everything's on cooldown. Decluttering and beauty community commentary. Well, you said earlier you like packing and unpacking, so the decluttering stuff doesn't sound like a surprise. Rescue, repair, and it will run. And will it run? Okay. Gaming from MMORPGs to anything. Once in a blue moon, I'll click on an Asmongold video, but that's recently discovered maritime horror. That sounds pretty interesting, actually. I could get in on that. Favorite YouTube channel is Hype Ops, a military wargaming channel. Not for me, but I could see the appeal. There's been a lot more time and distance from it now, but ever since I got out of the military, I don't like stuff like that. I don't like military shooters or... Oh, you also watch maritime horror. Hey, Denny Tate, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? You're probably here, you just hadn't been saying anything. Check out Mr. Balin, or Balin, I don't know. I could check that out. Flock smiling, yeah. I like to watch 40 to 2-hour documentaries about games, shows, and NASCAR. I have premium, so I don't get ads till it's stupid voting times. Do voting ads show up even if you have premium? I don't have premium, so I didn't know that. That's interesting. I like cooking travel channels. I watch a lot of cooking stuff. I like to cook. I cook a lot. I cook almost all of our meals. I do watch a lot of cooking channels. I watch you guys, anyone who watches cooking stuff. Not the biggest fan of Joshua Wiseman. He's okay. I like Adam Ragusa. I actually don't mind a lot of the Gordon Ramsay stuff, but I'm not watching it for the food or the cooking. If I do click on it, it's just for the trashy drama part of it that's fake anyway. Currently binge watching the Chubby Emu channel. Sorry, I was worried about pronouncing that wrong. I'm retired from the army and I hate first-person shooters now. Yeah. You know, I'm going to tell you, I was in Iraq And there were guys. I was in an armored infantry unit, so we had a lot of Bradleys. And these guys would spend 12 hours out on patrol in a Bradley. They would come back to the huts that we lived in, unshowered, all that kind of stuff, gross and everything. You got to do all your motor pool and all that. They'd get done with all that. They have just a small amount of time left at the end of the day. They got some kind of portable TV, like a DVD player where you could use the screen, to hook up a connection. And they're playing not Call of Duty, but they're playing like military shooters on a PS2, hooked up to it. And I'm like, you're out there fucking doing it. You're playing a game where you're driving around in a Bradley. You were just in the fucking thing. For God's sake, have a little bit of escapism in your fantasy. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear and make it all family unfriendly there, but I don't because some vets do like that stuff, and I'm not one of them, and I don't get it. It's nothing like actual military experience, and it's just I don't see the appeal of it. But I'm not talking shit on anyone who does like it, but it's just not for me. I got enough of it for real. I don't need more of it. I get zoned out watching a guy build a log cabin by hand with an axe, no talking at all, just him and his dog. I've seen some videos like that because they've been recommended to me. I binge watched them a couple of times. I prefer the ones where they have the explanation though, not the ones where it's just them doing like a time lapse. The real interesting ones to me are the ones where they're like doing it in extreme conditions, like doing igloos out of snow and stuff like that. Military sim but with real smells. You don't want that. Trust me. You do not want that. Did we need Iconian marks anyway? Did we luck out on that? No. Apparently we did not need Iconian marks. Oh, we just got them the last time, didn't we? Damn it. Damn it, we didn't need the Iconian marks. Camping. You like winter canoe? I'm assuming it's winter canoeing. Oh, or maybe camoing. Oh, like disguising yourself in the winter. At work, I love listening to rain on leaves. Helps me focus. Well, I got a Blue Yeti now, so maybe I should do ASMR. Camping, yeah, Steven, those are neat. The only military sim I play is World of Warships. That doesn't seem... that seems like it's probably far enough removed. It doesn't seem like it's even trying to be realistic. Not that I've ever played it, but... Right, we needed Terran marks. Okay, let's get that queued up here. And now we're going to get like counterpoint or something so that I get the marks that I just got so that it'll screw me up again. Give me a temporal queue or a competitive queue. What could we get that would be good? So this is a true story. When I was in basic training, if you've ever been to basic training, or at least when I was there, I don't know what they do anymore. I haven't been in a long time, but you got a battle buddy who was with you for the whole basic training period. And the guy I got was a guy named Nick Fagans. And he was, I'm white, okay? This isn't just the light that I have on. I am white. I am practically translucent. And my battle buddy was dark. Very, very dark. And they thought it would be funny to take the whitest guy and the blackest guy and put them together. Now, it's fine with us. We got along great. We were excellent friends. But it came time to do camo, and I am whiter than the Arctic camo. So you got white camo for Arctic, and yeah, thank you, Counter. Thank you, Warp Core. Thank you very much. And I was actually whiter than the camo, and he was darker than the black camo. This is not a joke. I'd be better off not wearing it. I'm giving myself away by putting Arctic camo on. Counterpoint, I used to love her, but I had to kill her. I'm a fan of bad jokes. Yeah, the ships move way too fast for their historical range, and half the ships are real. Which I assume means the other half are imaginary. It's a little math joke there. I found a great rain video called ASMR Blade Runner Balcony. My wife would like that. She likes Blade Runner. All right, let's queue up for another random. These pop pretty fast. I was worried that the normal ones wouldn't pop very well because everyone was going to be doing advanced. I don't feel like it would be fair for me to do advanced, even though it would almost certainly be someone carrying us every time. But I don't want to do that. No apple juice today. No, instead I'm just having water out of a martini glass. You can see it's clear, therefore it's clearly water. You can tell. When you die in real life, you don't respond. Makes people's decisions a lot different. That turned dark quickly. Blade Runner for the win. All right. Well, since it's the Universal Endeavor today, I'm glad that Hive came up again because we still need more Omega Marks to get our assimilated console. It's it's not even 10 yet, so I think we can get it done. My goal is to get all of those filled out for the daily, get enough marks for the assimilated module, and then depending on how much time I have, maybe get a Gamma Recruit through the tutorial at least. I'd love to see another Blade Runner game. Are there any Blade Runner games? I can't say I've actually looked. I want a Blade Runner game that's super boring, where all you do is just try to determine whether people are replicants or not. Like that's the whole game. You spend most of your time going from one location to another, and then when you get there, it's just a mini game where you're trying to figure out whether they're a replicant or not. And that's it. And then you just have to spend like 40 minutes getting to the next location. It'd be like Desert Bus, but Blade Runner edition. I remember one from maybe the late 90s, the early 00s. Any advice for doing a Space Magic build? I always wanted to do one. So the thing about Space Magic is... hold on, let me skip this real quick. Right, so there's different types of damage, right? So you got energy weapon damage, which is all the different flavors of Polaron, phaser, whatever. There's kinetic damage, and then those are the big three are energy weapon damage, kinetic damage, and exotic damage. And exotic is sort of a grab bag. So like the way that energy weapons compose phasers, disruptors, whatever, exotic has a whole bunch of subcategories too that are all considered exotic. So you've got, like electrical and fire damage and cold damage and all this kind of stuff. Radiation is like the big one though. And you need EPG, so exotic particle generator skill is what will boost the damage for that. So you're trying to get as much EPG as you can. And also just individual buffs that could buff the kind of damage you have. So if most of your exotic damage is coming from radiation, which is likely if you're doing an exotic damage build. Also, a lot of physical damage is considered exotic. You'll want boost to that too. I don't have it on this account, but the Tholian Web Spinner array gives some boost to that, so that's pretty nice. So you can get EPG or boost to specific types of exotic damage. And then the way that most of the builds usually work is you're trying to spam consoles that do exotic damage. And the reason for that is, so maybe we'll just take a moment to talk about different build types here in a second. So with energy weapons, they cycle. So you have firing cycles. And so in addition, like for every build type, you want crit chance and crit severity because that just increases your damage. But then the special thing for each type of build is for energy weapons, you want extenders to keep your firing modes going, and you want haste so that your weapons cycle faster. Those are like the two big things there. For kinetics, you need some way to get past the shields, and then the other big thing for kinetics is getting past the fact that torpedoes have a shared cooldown. So you're finding ways to reduce that or to cheat out extra torpedoes. So Entwined Tactical Matrices is a great way to vomit out extra torpedoes. Anything that can help you fire more torpedoes than you would normally be able to. Anything that will help you get past the shields because they absorb a lot of the damage. And then specialty things like isolytic tears that just do a lot of kinetic damage. So torpedo builds really ought to be called kinetic builds. But then for science stuff, it's a similar sort of a situation. So your bridge officer abilities can only take you so far because they have cooldowns and you can only have so many. So you do want to have your bridge officer abilities as many as you can, spitting out exotic damage stuff, but you can only have so many. So the other thing is to spam consoles. So you want to be spamming consoles that do exotic damage as well. And actually, that's where the unconventional systems kind of started, if I recall correctly. The console spam thing started as more of a science thing, and then it eventually crept into other styles of build as well. So you want as many individual sources of exotic damage as you can get. And then, of course, there's all kinds of extra layers, like, you got traits that will help you out, like spore-infused anomalies will help you do extra damage. Your secondary deflector will help you do extra damage. Not a lot of people watched my drain versus control video where I said that drain needed help, but like secondary deflectors, the deteriorating ones are the best ones by far. But most of the abilities that trigger it are drain abilities, but people tend to want control abilities for all the synergies that go with it. So, if you're doing an EPG build, you're going to want to have some extra abilities in there that are going to trigger your secondary deflector, because that's a big part of the damage for science builds. Vomit isn't a word I've heard used to describe ETM before. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other word to use. That's basically all it does. It's just vomit out a bunch of, torp spreads. That was a very long-winded and poor way to describe what I was trying to say, but hopefully it made sense. Feel free to ask any follow-up questions, though. Let me catch up on the chat here. What would that be like Undine Infiltration? I must have missed the reference on that. Sorry, I was talking too long. Still waiting for the Desert Bus Let's Play series. So I was initially thinking about doing a charity stream for Desert Bus, because that's a pretty popular thing with Desert Bus is charity streams, and maybe giving the money to some charity that's helping Ukraine. But the April Fool's video went over very poorly, to the point that I took it down for anyone who isn't a channel member. So I don't know. I mean, I think people were offended by the fact that I was joking that I was quitting the game and not the Desert Bus part, but it's made me a little bit more reluctant to want to do that now. But I suppose if people would be interested in it, I would be willing to do a Desert Bus charity stream. Blade Runner game came out in 97. at the peak of N64. Shocked I remembered. I have some memories of being point and click puzzling. My ex played it. Thanks for the info. Sure, no problem. Identifying replicants. Would it be like identifying the infiltrator? Oh, I see. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but they do it with an eye test, right? So it would just be like, a really boring eye exam is how I would imagine it. People are friggin' lame. Yeah, that's true. But I'm lame and you're watching me. So to quote Star Wars, who's lamer? The lame person or the lame person watching them? Oh, thank you for saying it was a brilliant video. I could say that all of my own videos are brilliant, but, unless you're talking about somebody else's video. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, the April, I thought you were talking about the Drain video. You're talking about the April Fool's video. Really, you took it down? That's a shame. I lost like 11 subscribers on that video. And it tells you what video they were watching when they unsubscribed. So I know it was that video. So I was hemorrhaging. It wasn't even up a whole day. And I was hemorrhaging subscribers. People did not like it. So yeah, I took it down. I was laughing my ass off on that video. I thought it was hilarious. Now my wife thinks it's lame that I was laughing at my own video. I was personally proud of that. I thought I did a good job with that video. I thought it was pretty funny. Jessica watched it 5 times. That's nice. I mean, I was drinking and driving, and that's the thing that YouTube is missing. There's not a lot of videos of people drinking and driving in video games. You're right. I'm going to stop watching now. All right. Well, I mean, you're missing out on the martinis, but I guess that's your prerogative. How many outtakes? Well, there couldn't have been too many. I didn't have that much whiskey. But it took quite a few, because every time I would get to the part of the video where I had to say the name Desert Bus, I would start laughing. So I had to restart the video for that part, like, I don't know, 8 times or something. All right, we need temporal marks here, so let me grab those. We'll get that. It's also 3 a.m. here. I'll probably watch the VOD later. All right, take care. Hey, thanks for sticking with it until 3 a.m. That's kudos right there. Well, have a good night, and I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Work on the Ferengi one, maybe. This is the thrilling gameplay that is Admiralty. Pick the short ones. None of these, probably at this point, I'll be able to cycle at this point of the night, but do it tomorrow. I should have picked a longer one. All right, what do we get in the box? We got a Chronoton high-density beam rifle. All right, let's go back to here. What do we need again? Omega, we're getting up there, 537. We need, it's close to 538. You know, the Nate Silver thing. I don't know how many people in here would even get that reference. All right, we need some competitive marks, so let's go do one more random, and hopefully it's a Borg one so we can get more Omega marks while we're at it. Oh, dear God, did we finally get it hit with a ground one? Oh no, not ground. No. It's Borg at least, but why? Why would you do this to me, game? Oh, do I have a, oh, I need to get a, I need to replicate myself a remodulator. Get that on the bar. Did it put it on there? It did put it on there, okay. Thrilling Admiralty videos, exactly. Just hardcore Admiralty videos. It's exciting stuff. Seat of your pants, really. My phone is dying. Gonna leave for a second to switch to my PC. Sounds good. See you back. See you in a minute. Do they adapt faster on higher difficulties? I never actually thought about it until now. I don't think so. I don't think I ever remember seeing them adapt faster or slower. They adapt so fast. They already adapted again. I am alone and I am dying, and that is not cool. Got left behind, which is my own fault for dawdling. Let's get caught up. What do I have on the old bar here? I got miniature spore relay. I've got stasis drone. It was just the cheapest stuff I could actually afford on the exchange. Biotoxin injection. Phasic shroud. Oh, I should have used that. Got that hot doffing action. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I don't do this one very often. I can never remember which way to go. I had a shitty week. This is the most I've laughed in a long time. I do what I can, you know. If only you were an engineer. Yeah, exactly. It's my fault, really, for choosing a suboptimal tactical character. I don't know what I was thinking. Here we go. I'm gaming the system. They expect you to go down the ramp, but I jumped off instead. That's those pro 4D chess moves they don't tell you about. All right, we got a motley crew here for sure, mostly because of me. Don't adapt. Go. I need to get the Tommy gun. Hold on a minute. Hold on a tick. Hold on a tick. Can I not use this right now? If I go here, isn't there... Oh, a shotgun. Give it to me. Yes. Give me the shotgun. Where did it go? Where is it? Where's the shotgun? Is this it? Where did it go? I bought it, right? Did I not get it? Where is it at? Okay, hold on. Oh, it put it straight into my thing because I didn't have another weapon equipped. All right, we're going shotgun. $400 Tommy gun. Is it? It's not $400, is it? I can't remember how can you get it now? I got it during the event, so I don't have to worry about that. But oh no. Don't die. Is it in Mud's Market? I can't remember. I don't really look for it because I already have it, but... Oh man, we're gonna die for sure. This is... Nah. Is it in Mud's? The cyclic modulation weapons are in there. The Red Angel suit's really awesome. I'm glad I got that when the event was out. Not on this character, but it's pretty... Oh, did someone resurrect me? I'm Jesus now. Someone was nice enough to revive me. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Easter. That's why I planned that. That wasn't me being bad at the game. I was trying to do a Jesus joke. I think it's a single character unlock in the Picard bundle. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. I did not get the Picard bundle. No regrets. Not interested in it. Got nothing better than shotgun and some Borg. Sure, you can't get the Tommy gun, which admittedly is better than this, but shotgun's pretty nice too, and you can get that with just a Phoenix ticket. I've been saying for years that they should complete the set of Dixon Hill's Tommy and the Cochran Shoddy with the Sulu revolver. Yeah. Give us the full suite. Oh, come on. Don't die. Don't die. I don't have healing abilities. I don't have shield recharge, which, if you're starting out as an engineer, is really good. Can I not be stuck to this thing, please? Maybe I have a time to replicate some hypos. Can I get hypos? Can you still... Yeah, here we go. Give me some hypos. I don't know. Give me 20 hypos. Oh, I'm behind again. This is some next level bad gameplay right here. I didn't think I was going to get a ground. Who's queuing for ground? What is wrong with you? I got the Picard bundle because I wanted the... Oh, yeah, you wanted the Raider. Yeah, that makes sense. The Miradorn Raider. Do you have a favorite taxi or engineering? Engineering is my favorite. Not the best for DPS, obviously, but in terms of ground, it's the best. And they got some fun space stuff, too. You appear to not, in fact, get good. That's fair. But I never claimed to be good, though, so that's... People who don't realize you can go to Defera for the ground Borg endeavor. Oh, that's always what I do, yeah. Assuming I'm in the mood to do endeavors, which I'm usually not, because I don't like forced arbitrary busy work. If I get the Borg one, I always go to Defera and do it that way. The battle zone. But I see what you're saying. That's what these people are doing. They queued up for it because they got a Borg endeavor. Maybe they just enjoy it, you know? Some people like eating blood sausage, you know? We can't know what's wrong with people. Probably at least one person in here likes blood sausage and they're pissed right now. Oh, I'm not alone. My main is an engineer, yeah. I think a lot of people like playing as engineers. They're fun. If you care about doing maximum deeps at all costs, then yeah, they're not the best choice. But I like science can be pretty fun sometimes too. I hate tactical on the ground. Don't enjoy them at all. Their kits, at least the ones that you use while you're leveling up, are just awful and dumb looking. Science gets a lot of fun stuff. I especially like Photonic Fleet. That's a pretty cool ability for space. Blood sausage, that sounds gross. It does, doesn't it? It's probably not as bad as it sounds. I'm probably not giving it a fair... I'm probably not being fair here, but I'm sure I eat a lot of things other people think are gross. I bizarrely love blood sausage and had no idea until I went to the UK. I've never been to the UK. I was gonna go, and then I found out that you have to have a passport. Because when I was in the army, I could get into a lot of countries. I was able to go to Japan just based on my military ID, because they had status of forces agreements. But the UK, not good enough. Closest ally won't let the military in. You got to have a passport, and I didn't have enough time to get one before I planned my trip, so I couldn't go. I do want to go to the UK someday. I'm just gonna spend the whole time drinking ale and eating fish and chips and like shepherd's pie and just, you know, being the worst tourist imaginable. I like Chinese version of blood sausage. There's a Chinese version of blood sausage? Jesus. When I play my engineer, I put a hairband over my eyes and pretend I Jordy LaMorge. I want to believe that's real and you're not just telling a joke. Got 2 Jim Hadar in here. It must be recruits. New Jim Hadar recruits. Closest, we dumped their tea. They're still pissed. Yeah, they take their tea very seriously. Are we all going the wrong way? What's going on here? Oh no, don't die. Don't die on me. I feel like I'm getting beat up. Oh, it's real. I believe you. All right, get this juicy Task Force Omega marks. There's a reason they say British. British. Yeah. I get it. All right, what one are we missing here? Competitive. That opened up. All right, we have all of them queued up here, so that's good. Now we just need to check in on Omega, and we need 500, which we have, 15,000 dill, which we have, 30,000 energy credits, which we have. Give me assimilated module. Let's go. Gotta wait 1 minute and 50 seconds. Now, 1 minute and 50 seconds sounds like it's long enough for an intermission. So please don't go anywhere. I see there's 25 people here. The stream will continue. I'm going to do a startup a Jim Hadar recruit on this account. But first, I'm going to go grab another martini. So I'll be right back. I'm going to mute the mic and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm a little bit disturbed. When I left, there were 25 people here. When I came back, there were 27, now 29, which tells me that my stream is more popular when I'm not here. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. All right, which is the best rep to grind at the moment? The best rep, I think. Well, there's a couple that are really good. So competitive is good for the. I don't think it'll show it on here because we don't have a high enough level. But the innervated engines are the best engines from competitive, so that's a good one. And then discovery is the other really good one because you can get the 2 or 3 piece set for your decks. So the deflector, usually people, if they're doing DPS, you want to get one from the colony. But if you're tanking, you can get the discovery one. And then the warp core and shields, almost everyone uses from discovery. And then the impulse engine, people usually get from competitive. So discovery and competitive, or if you can only prioritize 2, I would prioritize discovery first, then competitive. Then after that, it kind of depends on what you want to do. But Terran is probably the next big one, because you can get, if you're doing energy weapons, you can get the Terran Task Force energy weapons. Those are the best energy weapons in the game. You can also get the ferrofluid console, which is really good if you happen to be doing torpedoes. Let's see. I think every reputation has something good, though. So they're all good. But in terms of like what to prioritize, some are better than others. You talk about traits, though. So if you look at Discovery, that has a bunch of good stuff. It also has Tyler's Duality once you get to rank 4. Omega, you've got Omega Kinetic Shearing, which is really big for kinetic builds. There's some good stuff in there as well. For Nukara, you've got Auxiliary Configuration Offense and Defense, which are not as popular as they used to be, but they're still good. The Delphic Torpedo, not the Delphic Torpedo, the Neutronic Torpedo, the Gravimetric Torpedo. Is it Delta? Which one has the... which one has that? Delta Alliance. Neutronic Torpedo comes from Delta, and then the Gravimetric comes from... What is the Gravimetric? Is it Dyson? Yeah, the gravimetric comes from Dyson. So Dyson gives you the gravimetric. Delta gives you the neutronic. Let's see, what else is good? You can get the dark matter one is also from Discovery, but that's also a good one. Iconian has energy refrequencer. That's an excellent trait if you're using energy weapons. Temporal has good stuff as well. Chronocapacitor array is good if you need some extra cooldown reduction. Controlled countermeasures, people don't use as much anymore, but that can be pretty good as well. Lucari has some good Polaron stuff in it. Competitive has the impulse engines. Gamma has magnified firing power. That's really good for energy weapons. I don't think there's a single reputation that doesn't have at least one good thing in it, to be honest. What's your PC specs? I have a 1070, and I couldn't tell you the processor specs exactly. 32 gigs of RAM. It's got 2 hard drives. Yeah, I can't remember all the details. He's gone. Now we can talk about him behind his back. Hey! He's only gone for 2 minutes. What could you have possibly said? Hey, I made it. Sorry I'm late. Has he dropped the coaster yet? No, but since you asked... Okay. It's a tradition now. Not even using the coaster right now like a savage. I'm just putting this down straight on the table. He could make a lot of money if he monetized his streams as sleeping aids. That's true. I should give that a try. They let you pick the category. I usually pick gaming and put Star Trek Online, but maybe I should put it down as sleeping aid instead. I'm waiting for the jar of mayo. That's quality content. Went from 29 to 28 just as I came back. Now we're down to 27, so the longer I'm here, the more we'll lose people. If I want to get more viewers, I'm going to have to go back to the Be Right Back screen. Disco ground gear. Yeah, basically everything in Disco is good, but it's like the newest one, so that makes sense. So it has all the good stuff in it. All right, I'm back. I had some whiskey, so I had to get an emergency slice of pizza and a donut. Pizza and a donut? You're eating a donut at this late in the night? But then again, donuts are good anytime, though, really. Wait, I have cookies? I want cookies. Thanks for rep talk. I've been grinding Discovery and Delta at the moment. Yeah, there's no wrong one. I think you should try to get all of them to tier 6 eventually. So I don't think there's any wrong one to grind out. All right, let's get a Jim Hadar recruit going on this account here. We have one Jim Hadar, but he's not a recruit. So I'm gonna do Dominion one here, and let's see how fast I can do it. So it's 10:23. Let's make this guy an engineer, of course. Get through all this stuff. Wait. Oh, no, we're going back. Hold on. Even though I'm not going to keep him, I do not want the hair. No hair. He can have a random name. He can have a random ship name. I don't care. All right. I'm going to wait for it. It's 10:24, and here we go. Jim Hadar. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You can also have Bill Hadar, you know. Oh, hey, Spencer. Hey, he's just a Jim Hadar, okay? It is not that important. Doesn't matter that much. My Jim Hadar recruit on my main account, who I'm actually going to play on, is actually a tactical though. So tutorial speedrun. His name should be Du Hast. Now I think in a Rammstein. Du Hast. Du Hast. NG Gang Gang, yeah. You have to wait for the red alert to go away so you can talk to these guys. Unfortunately. Oh, I'm doing a real bad job. I'm going real slow. My newest Gamma recruit is called Dilatar. I have several on my main account who are called Dill Farmer. There's Dill Farmer 1, Dill Farmer 2. That's actually their names. I have 4 of them named like that. Actual tactical, yeah, as opposed to fake tactical, which I think is not an option yet. I don't know what they're dragging their feet on. Get a drone out here, get the mines going. Sorry, I'm not saying much right now. Just focused on this hot, steamy Dilhadar action. Alright, well, we've murdered a bunch of people, so hopefully we've shown our worth to the founders. Come on, come on. It's being laggy. No, I got caught on the corner. You'd be an awesome actor for 80s British comedies. I used to watch Little Britain. Does that count? Now we get to see this horrendous setup on this ship here. Ah, yes, killing please, Odo. Killing pleases Odo, yeah. Like, you're not going to get my approval until you murder at least 10 more fleeing prisoners who are just trying to escape and live their lives. Come on, move faster. Little Britain counts in that it aged really poorly. Might as well have been made in the 80s. When was it made? The 90s? Who has the better smile, Odo or Phlox? Odo, clearly. I mean, Phlox's is more amusing and entertaining, but nah, Odo's got the better smile for sure. If I'm giving anything resembling a serious answer to that. Throw cash at the monitor. That's how they think you'll react to new content. Yeah, I mean, look, that's one of the best memes I've ever made, to be honest. Gauss is from Kansas. He's used to being 20 years behind. Very funny. That's generous. It's more like 30 years behind. I have no idea what Cryptic was thinking when designing the base build for the starting Jem'Hadar ship. I mean, just look at this thing of beauty. We got torpedoes in the aft. We got mixed beams and cannons. Look at this. The engineer has... Look at the engineers. There's no abilities here. Look at this. Look at the stations. There's nothing here. There's no bridge officer and no bridge officer abilities. What is going on with that? When I first made it, I thought, oh, it'll be pretty funny, but like I didn't realize how much funnier it would be once I actually turned it into a GIF so that it would repeat. So like when it would get to the end, it would start over again. That made it like 10 times funnier. Representing Kansas here, I resemble that remark. Yeah, I know. We all do. But the longer we get, yeah, well, I don't know if you're still in Kansas. I left. I left when I joined the Army. I haven't lived in Kansas in almost 20 years. All right. What do we say? We started at 10:24. Saskatchewan, which is basically the Kansas of Canada. How do you pronounce that? Still here in Tonganoxie? I'm sure that's not right. 100% sure there's no way that's how it's pronounced. Ah, dude, you're killing me. Oh, now you're running over there too. Come on. Why do you have to be on the opposite side of the screen? I'm from British Columbia, Canada. Outside Lawrence. AKA Canadian California. I retired at Fort Leonard Wood. I get to see the new recruits every day at my job. My foster dad's home is in Glasgow. Oh, that's right. We gotta talk to this guy first. Wait, I pronounced that right? Are you kidding me? No, I died! I gotta pay more attention to what I'm doing and less attention to the chat. I'm not looking at the screen as much as I ought to be. I've never died in this tutorial. Until now. But I'm just trying to keep parity with Spencer since he died in tutorial 2. I'm just doing it so he doesn't feel bad about doing it. Like, oh yeah, everyone does it. Oh, there's another guy stuck over here. Come on. Some really awful placement of these guys. I was in the Army in 1991. The worst blizzard hit Fort Leonard when I was in basic training. Ooh, that sounds terrible. Need more martinis. They keep you alive. That's absolutely true. Really, it's a lack of martinis that's holding me back. Just gonna run right past these guys. They're not even here. You can just totally skip all those guys. Don't even have to fight them. I did basic at Fort Still in 1991. Come on, come on. Jesus, it's taking a long time to let me talk to this guy. Normally it doesn't take that long. This is definitely going to be slower than normal, but that's okay. We're only at 13 minutes. Now we just gotta wait for this to time out, do the space battle, and then we're done. The mission bugged out for me and I had to do it twice. Well, that's not surprising. Look how many bugs there are in the mission. They're everywhere. They're swarming the place. You love Crown Royal? I used to have a friend who liked Crown Royal. He died in a motorcycle accident. Or at least that's what I was told. I don't know if it's true or not. Gave him a bottle for Christmas one year. I wasn't drinking liquor back then. I was still more of a beer person. I still have one of his shirts. How can I possibly have mail? Oh my god, it's Spencer. I hope he's still here. Alright, we got some gold though. Shield reinforcement network, nice. Okay, we got engineering team, definitely gonna need that. Aux to Civ, that's good. Got hazard emitters. Okay, Malon battle cruiser. I can't claim it right now. I gotta get to a mailbox, but definitely claiming that later. If you're still in the chat, Spencer, thanks. That Malon battlecruiser is gonna come in way handy. Don't think I'm not flying it either, because I totally will fly it. I did a I took it down because, again, it was a video that wasn't very popular for some reason. It was legitimately a poor quality video by today's standards, but it was like a skit comedy where I was trying to save Christmas from Krampus. And the idea was that he had escaped Q's Winter Wonderland and stolen all of the ships at ESD. And the only one that was left was the only ship that was too crappy to steal, and it was a Malon battlecruiser. So I had to retrofit a Malon battlecruiser and go out and fight Krampus. And then after brutally murdering him, it's revealed that it wasn't actually him, and I killed a bunch of innocent people. I thought it was funny, but people didn't really like it. It was cool to see that William Shatner got to go up in space on that rocket. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The Malon cruiser is kind of fun to fly. I mean, if you're a garbage truck hauler in real life, you might not like it, but it is sort of like, can someone please teach the Malon how to dispose of their waste properly, you know? Because there's a mission like that in the Delta Quadrant arc where you're having to deal with the Malon, and it's like, for God's sake, just give them some technology to deal with their waste and make them use it. I hate these things because they have the shields. Makes it very annoying to deal with. Go ahead and call in fleet support here. Get Nadion inversion going. Get every benefit that we possibly can here. I've somehow dealt 100,000 torpedo damage. Could do more than that with one torpedo on a real build. I love those Malon and the Delta mission, how you wreck all their ships and they get all mopey about it. All right, well, we still made it in 20 minutes. We did it. We did it in less than 20 minutes. Barely, because I made a couple mistakes and died, but still. All right, and now we have our transponder, which is really nice. And all this stuff we can do. And a normal person would say, oh, I'm level 60, I guess I should do the Gamma Quadrant missions, which are really fun. I like the Gamma Quadrant missions. They're really good. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to level up by doing patrols, which you can't do until you get leveled up, except that you can do the Romulan ones. So what you got to do is fly over there and do like Japori and Gamma Edron and Archer and all those, and you can level up that way. And then at some point, you get Admiralty unlocked, and then you can, level up that way pretty easily. Because it would take forever to do, not forever, but I mean, it would take, what, a good 5 hours to do the Gamma Quadrant missions. I've gotten home down pretty good, so I can do that really quickly, but it takes a while to do all those missions. It's way faster to do it this way. And since this isn't a character I actually care about, just want to just get them done as fast as possible. Got time to do a couple, it looks like. Gonna end the stream in about 15 minutes. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see. Some shady person has invited me to join the Breakfast Club. Now, this person calls themselves a top fleet player, which is a red flag already, because you can probably suspect that someone like that has a very high opinion of themselves. Very suspicious, but we'll go ahead and give it a chance anyway. This what was it? Breakfast Club it was called? Yeah, we'll go ahead and give that a shot. Filled with extremely casual players, I have no doubt, yeah. Only the most casual of individuals. I almost feel bad for taking up space in the fleet on a Jim Hadar alt on a free-to-play account. But he can always kick me later if he needs the roster space. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. Breakfast Club is a pretty good movie. I like the Breakfast Club movie. Only in Hollywood can Emilio Estevez be the jock. Yeah, no offense to Emilio Estevez, but that and the Mighty Ducks. I mean, talk about someone who had an outsized influence on my childhood movie watching. We are, for reasons unknown, going to do it with this terrible weapon configuration, but that's okay. My God. Oh, if I'm having this much trouble just killing this escort, we're going to be in trouble. Boom. Go. This is a ship you should see a lot. I think Captain Geronimo, when he was still making videos, and myself, and probably other people, use this ship a lot for demo records. So like if you're trying to show off an ability or whatever, this is a good place to do it, because you kill off the first escort, and then that ship is more or less by itself. So you can get good footage of it just being hit by whatever it is you're trying to show off, without having a bunch of other stuff going on like there is right now. It's kind of hard to find a piece of content where there's only one enemy. This is Japori is actually pretty hard on Elite, survival wise. I mean, there's harder ones, of course, but this group in particular, the second group, are pretty dangerous on Elite. Use our 0 engineering abilities because they couldn't even be bothered. Like, I have engineers, it looks like, but okay, there's abilities there now, but it's like, what is this? Specialization ability? Like, why does it not? Directed energy? Yeah, it's just awful. What are they thinking with this? Oof, this siege destroyer's not cooperating. Come on, come on. Come on, hey, come on. Man, we are so weak. This is normal difficulty. I don't have that OP pack that Spencer sent me yet, so. The sad part is this is in a tier 5 U. Imagine doing it in a tier 5 that you got at level 40, or a tier 5 that you got at level 61 token, and not have the level scaling on the whole. Welcome to Star Trek Online and their weird POF seating quirks. Yeah, for sure. I've never seen a pre-made ship they have you fly that wasn't just like a total clown fiesta. Was it Surface Tension, the one where you, or one of those missions where you fly the destroyer? It's really awful too. So we got a pretty good chunk of XP there. Do this a few times, be able to get Admiralty unlocked, and then it's just a matter of waiting a few days to get him up to level 65. Pretty easy. So, not too bad there. All right, well, it's pretty close to 11. I know I said I was going to go another 10 minutes, but I don't really have a whole lot else to do, so I think I still have some martini left. I don't know that I'm going to play the game too much more, but if anyone has any questions or anything, if you just want to chat for a few more minutes, we can do that, and then I'm going to turn it off. We accomplished our goal tonight. Got all the reps queued up on the free-to-play, and got the assimilated module. Did I actually claim it? Let's go check on that. I don't think I did. Did I? Did I not actually claim? I don't think I equipped it if I did. So let's go get that put back on there. Did I get it? Oh, I just didn't equip it yet. All right, open up our competitive box. Okay. Where is this going to go? What's the least useful thing on here? EPG, control expertise. Let's get rid of the control expertise, I guess, for now. And 15 control expertise just isn't that much. Not that it isn't useful. I do have a gravity well. I don't think I have any more upgrades. I used all my Phoenix tokens I had on this Trilithium Omni. So it's Mark 15 now, but it still needs rarity upgrades. Anyone have any questions? Go ahead and get back to ESD here. And our swanky Clark class multi-mission exploration cruiser. Come on, there we go. Oh, and now that we have the assimilated module, we get the little nodes on here. So I'm going to have to go in and tell it to disable visuals on that because I don't like the way it looks. You've done some fine grinding this evening. Thank you. Thank you very much. Died a couple of times. So, you know, not too fine, but it's a nice looking ship. I like the way this ship looks. Pretty good looking. Yeah, the Foundry was very good. I also missed the Foundry. Oh, I forgot I actually named this ship, the Leibniz. All right, you need to go. I need to go. I think it's the time to go. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it off here in a few seconds. Thank you, everyone who showed up. Thank you for coming out tonight. A special thank you to all of my channel members. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. There's going to be more videos coming. An Exceed Rated Limits build is going to be coming, and also a proper review of the legendary Jem'Hadar bug ship will be coming as well. And probably going to do a Stowcast, maybe not until next week. I do want to do one on Star Trek NFTs. I don't know if that will be the next one or if I'll do something else instead, but stay tuned. There will be more content coming, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, take care of yourselves, and I'll